Well, welcome back to the second round of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody. It's Andrew Guitro filling in for Shawn this week.
We
got Mr. White.
And I'm here with Andrew. So used to calling Shawn name, I calling you Shawn.
That's right. Well, good morning, everybody. We want to remind everybody that this weekend, voting is going to be November 19th for the runoff election. I know a lot of people are interested. There are a couple of tax proposals in some of the drainage districts, but there's also the representative district near Karen Crow. That's Don Menard, and Mr. Artigo that are running against each other down there.
Right.
And then up here, more in the center of St. Landry Parish, and into Lafayette is Mayor Don Cravens against Senator Elbert Lee Gilroy.
Right?
That's going on, and the early voting begins actually this weekend. Even though the election's not till the 19th, it starts this Saturday. You can go to the courthouse and vote, and all the way through the following Saturday. So you basically have 8 calendar days, but 7 days to actually go in the courthouse and go vote early.
Ahead of time, early vote.
And I try to vote early every time because usually there's a football game.
That's something I never did bother with, going vote early. I go at the poll.
You go to the poll on that day?
I don't know why I like to do it that way. I don't know why.
I vote sometimes at the polls if I don't get the time, but I try almost every time to try to go early, just in case I have to go out of town. Because like this Saturday, this Saturday is going to be that big LSU game at night.
That's right.
It's going to be LSU and Alabama. LSU is going to be at Alabama.
That's right.
And of course, everybody's saying is
LSU is about number 1.
Then they're about number 1, and Alabama's about number 2. So it don't get much.
That's going to be a hell of a game there.
Well, it's going to make a kaboom when them two are going to hit. Two good teams, and of course, Alabama's got LSU's old coach, Saban, and we got Miles now at LSU, so it should be an interesting deal. So with all that going on,
a lot of people need to go vote.
Go vote. Early voting, football and all's going on, or go early. If you know you're going to be watching that football game that night, because it's going to be on television on CBS at 7.
That's right.
Maybe you want to go and vote early in the day to get all that over with for the early voting.
Make sure you go vote. Just don't forget to vote, ladies and gentlemen.
Very, very important.
Very important.
And what else?
Back to DeJean White Insurance Agency, located at 634 South Union Street, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget about DeJean White Insurance. We need the business. Give us a call.
Now, you want to talk about those 2 pieces of property y'all have as well?
2 pieces of property me and John have available for rent or also for sale. There's my property at 906 North Market Street, right across from Ford and Joseph Insurance Company. Funeral home. The phone number is 945-6875.
There you go.
Give us a call. And here comes Shawn one, located at 190 East Highway. Highway 190 East. And his phone number is 337-942-1983, and you can also get him on his cell, 337-319-4118.
There you go.
Give him a call, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful building.
There you go. And what else we got going on this week? We got the hazardous materials waste days going around. I think all the parishes are doing it, but St. Landry Parish is going to do it at 2 locations, Eunice and in Opelousas. You can go in Opelousas from 8 to noon and in Eunice at 8:30 to noon. The location in Opelousas is the recycle place for the parish at 2717 West Landry Street. In Eunice, it's on 450 North C.C. Dusson Street. Now, all you got to do to make sure that you can give your stuff away for free, it's designed for households, not for businesses. They want just household type waste. Bring a driver's license, bring maybe an electric bill, maybe a water bill, something to show that you're a St. Landry Parish resident, that you pay your taxes and you do stuff here in the parish. They don't want the other parishes to come dump this stuff here. So bring your stuff in with that. And they take everything, in your garage, your storage room, you probably got paint, automobile batteries, motor oil, antifreeze, household cleaners, household chemicals, pesticides, if it's flammable or corrosive, if it's a medication, if it's tires, your fluorescent bulbs, and electronic waste like the old computers, the old monitors, the old printers you got at your house, your old cell phones, old batteries, stuff that's all that liquid acidy type stuff that can leak. Go by. It's all this weekend, all part of that St. Landry Parish solid waste disposal. You can give them a call at 942-9576 or 826-5211. Remember, it's free.
It's free.
I mean, that's the best price of all, right? If you can get it for free. And I got a nice email from Miss Ethel Landreneau. You know, they're always doing some big things over in Washington with the Washington Garden Club, and they're having their fall harvest tour of historic homes. It's going to be on Saturday, November the 19th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, you can go and you can tour De la Morandière. Boy, I say that not too bad. Huh? And Dr. Brown's home, I can say that one easier. The Magnolia Ridge Plantation and the Nathaniel Offord home. And one home was built in 1830, one 1840, one 1860, and one in 1900. It's $30 a person. It goes to help preserve all the history in the Washington area. Of course, if you've ever been to Washington, great historical city, beautiful place to go to do your antiquing. You can check in over at the Washington Town Pavilion. It's right across from the police station, right by the red light on the main drag of Washington. They're going to start at 9:30 in the morning with taking your information. At 10 o'clock, the tours are going to start. You have tickets, map information. Call Miss Ethel if you need some more info at 826-7337.
I noticed the news had been highlighting with you gave about this kind of like a haunted house.
Uh-huh.
You seen that
oh,
on
with,
TV?
with Jason Huguet over at the Steamboat Warehouse?
Yeah, and he was on the news with it.
Well,
what is that all about?
Well, Jason, the Steamboat Warehouse has been there since, I guess, the 1850s.
Yeah.
Now everybody knows it as a restaurant, but what it originally was a warehouse where the boats would come up right down Bayou Catawba, and they would load and unload stuff, and then they would put it on the wagons and bring it to Opelousas or Port Barrow, wherever else around.
Whoa.
And people always said the old building was haunted all those years when nobody was in it before they redid it into a restaurant.
Right.
And Jason said he never believed in any of that, but he says, you started working there late at night. He said, you hear all kind of weird noises. And they brought in some guys with some kind of special recorders and cameras and stuff, and they found all kind of weird things going on at night.
Is that right?
They did a whole show on television. I forget which channel it was, one of those cable channels. 3. And I mean, they showed the whole deal. I mean, it's Ghost Hunters is the name of the show, Steve.
It's a beautiful building. I had never seen it on TV before, but they showed going upstairs and everything there. And
if you ever want to go there to, either in the restaurant portion, of course, is beautiful, but they also got the nice upstairs where they do private parties. So if you got a private party or something,
that's where they do private parties.
Steamboat will do all that for you too. And I mean, the food is good. You can't miss there. What else we got? We got this week over at next weekend, Saturday, November the 12th, we got a nice note from Miss Tammy Lamani over with St. Landry Parish Government. They're going to have a magic show, The Magic of Barry Primo, at Saturday, November the 12th at 7 p.m. at the Delta Grand, right across the street from the courthouse. $10 admission for adults. If you're a child, 10 or under, you get in for $5. You can buy tickets at Sebastian Dupre Fine Jewelry or Wanda's Florist here in Opelousas. Go by. It's going to be I don't know what you want to call that with magic. It's going to be kind of spooky, kind of weird, kind of different, kind of make you say, wow. So go by and see Mr. Barry Primo, or you can go get more info at deltagrandtheater.com.
That's another beautiful building that they converted to something good.
It sure is. I get the opportunity to go there. I've got my little girls very active in the Opelousas Little Theater.
So now.
And Opelousas Little Theater uses that building from time to time. They got some nice, comfortable chairs and good air conditioning, and the roof is good, so you don't have to worry about a water leak.
Is that right?
And boy, it's really nice. If you ever get a chance to go to anything there, you'll be surprised how nice the building is. I gotta go visit.
I haven't visited since they converted it to a business like this. I've been in it many times when they had it as a theater.
Right. Oh yeah, back when it was the movie theater. That's right.
Movie theater, boy.
The old Delta Theater.
Just to go see Roy Rogers.
I don't go as far back as Roy Rogers, but I've seen some old movies there too. There's not too many new ones that have been there because it's been closed, I don't know, I guess 25, 30 years since the last time they showed a movie.
Oh man, there's some good movies too.
That's right. And of course, parish government, parish government's
got it, eh?
They've got like a little tax when you go to a hotel.
So
you pay a little extra money for your hotel room, and that tax goes to help tourism and things within the parish. And I think that's where part of that money comes from. And then they bought the Delta Grand, and it was in pretty good shape when they bought it, and then they just kind of finished it up and cleaned it up.
Made something out of it.
And when you go on election night, you go to hear the election returns. You can go in there, and they've got the big screen set up where you can see the returns.
That is, and I believe this past the first election he had.
That's right. You can go over there and see everybody's returns, no matter who your candidate is. Matter of fact, on the 19th, whenever the big election election's coming up this time. If you want to go by at 8 o'clock when the polls close, the doors are open. You can go in there and sit down, and it don't cost you a nickel. You already paid for it with your tax money.
Tax money, yeah.
So go and enjoy the place.
Yeah. That's beautiful. How about our church?
You want to talk about the church?
Yeah, talk about our church.
You want to talk about Mr. Dr. Harmon still selling his books?
Yeah, sure.
I know
Shawn,
Dr. Richard Harmon, that's doctor here in town, also photographer. He's done these really, really nice books.
We try to promote that book a lot.
And if you want to get a nice copy, if you're interested in the history of St. Landry Catholic Church, or you're just interested in the history of City of Opelousas, you don't have to be Catholic, you don't have to be somebody that likes just nice, beautiful buildings.
That's a beautiful building,
It's really, really a good book to get, and Dr. Harmon's a great photographer. He even went up in an airplane, took some overhead shots in an airplane.
That's correct.
A lot of pictures of the stained glass.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It's a really neat project. When he was working on it, I got really excited because I do a lot of work around that. That's my parish church. So I do a lot of work over there, helping with different projects we've done. Where we fix the old bell. That's 100 years old church. It's 100 years back in 1909. It's a little over 100. So I guess we had about 102 years now for that church building. And then the parish itself's been there since the late 1700s. So it's been a long time,
boy. Beautiful. I know. I've been around a lot, and I've never seen a church beautiful as that.
And it's big. They tell me you can take the cathedral in Lafayette and put it inside. It's that big.
That's right.
So if you ever get a chance, if you're in anywhere in our viewing area and you want to come view a beautiful church with a lot of the history, at one time that parish went all the way to the Texas border. The priest that took care of that church had to take care of any church from here to Lake Charles across the Sabine River. So those guys, they had to better ride a horse and cut wood. And it wasn't just wear a robe and sit down inside the house.
That's right.
You had to get to work.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I guess we're getting down towards the end.
Yeah, we're about the end of our show today. We enjoyed the show, and I enjoyed having you around your show.
I enjoyed talking to you. I cross you every once in a while. I saw you near the DA's office the other day. Sometimes I see you in church. We cross each other from time to time.
Yeah, I go to different church every Sunday. I kind of do like Bobby.
Check them all out. He goes all over. You got to check them all out.
Oh yeah, they're starting on the new church in Washington.
The Immaculate Conception Church in Washington. They just cut the ribbon and started breaking the ground. So the old church that burned, it was 150 plus years old.
The pastor was announcing that.
Father Nunez.
Yeah, he announced that it should be on 2012. They all should be able to go to church for Christmas, I believe.
Very good.
Yeah, over there.
Well, I want to thank everybody for watching again this week.
We enjoyed the show, and I hope y'all enjoyed us. And we'll see y'all next week at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. And thanks to Andrew for being my
thank you
helper this